What's up, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the AFC South Roundtable. We are joined this evening to talk about the AFC South 2023-2024 football season grades. We'll be asking your favorite hosts what they give each other's teams, and let's see what these guys have in store for us. First off, how are you feeling today, Ruben?
Man, I am feeling fantastic, man. I am excited for the big game on Sunday, and I'm excited to be here again with you guys. You guys are, my favorite part of the week.
Nice, nice. UCF, how you feeling, man? Super Bowl only a few days away.
Yeah, man, feeling like number two. Good to be here, and looking forward to this game.
Oh man, Derek, talk to us, man. How you doing?
Doing all right, man. Ready for this Super Bowl. I'm ready to talk about how bad UCF's team underperformed this year.
Ooh, shots already fired. Michael Bishop, welcome back again. How are you feeling, man?
Doing good. Ready to eat some bad food on Sunday, drink a lot of beer, and see what happens at the end of it.
That's what's up. Before we get started, ladies and gentlemen, make sure you subscribe to this channel right here, AFC South Roundtable. Matter of fact, go subscribe to Roundtable Sports as well and subscribe to all the Roundtables. Roundtable Sports is the company that is bringing divisions together to talk their talk, rivalries, and everything. So make sure you check us out and make sure you subscribe. Let your friends and family members know about it as well and punch that like button, all right? This stream is being powered by BetUS. Receive a 125% bonus. The link is in the description of the video. And don't forget to check out the Roundtable Sports merch shop, all right? We have your favorite merch from the AFC South and all teams, all right? The Houston Texans AFC South Championship shirts are going off the shelves. You have the AFC South Roundtable pints. There goes the CJ Stroud shirts. Oh, there it is right there, the Houston Texans AFC Champ shirts. They're still available. Will Levis in the house, CJ Stroud, Trevor Lawrence, Anthony Richardson, all your ball caps, all of that. Make sure you check it out and get your merch to support the channel now, all right? But without further ado, let's go ahead and dive into what we are here for. First and foremost, we're going to start at the top of the mountain with the AFC South division leader. We're going to allow Ruben the opportunity to grade the other three teams in the division on their season and why he's giving each of them their grade. Ruben, it's on you. Let's hear it.
All right, let me go ahead and start with the Colts because those are the guys that the Texans beat to advance to the playoffs and win the AFC South division around. I mean, with the Colts, I'm going to give them a B. They were able to lose Anthony Richardson early in their season and then still be able to be one play away from the postseason with Pro Bowler Gardner Minshew. I must say, Gardner Minshew, a Pro Bowler this year. I don't think they should have the conversation about moving to Anthony Richardson when you have someone like this. But being on honesty, man, they have some key pieces. Michael Pittman, I think, is going to be a great young wide receiver in the NFL. They have a great coach in Shane Steichen. The future is bright for the Indianapolis Colts. However, they have to run through the Houston Texans, DeMeco Ryans, and CJ Stroud. But overall, was very impressed by what the Indianapolis Colts did. They were kind of in the same situation as the Texans, picking high in the draft and then finding some success this year, beating some teams you weren't supposed to beat, losing to some teams you thought you were going to win. I give them a B. With the I'll save the Jaguars for last, right? But with the Tennessee Titans, I mean, you can't really say anything other than an F. I mean, these dudes had the worst season out of the division. They tried to embarrass you by wearing the Oiler uniforms in front of you at home. And that was the game that you smacked them with old man Case Keenum, the game that got Mike Vrabel fired. There is some key pieces, though, and that's only one guy, and that is Will Levis. I do like what he has. He has that kind of sling it mentality. You have to grow and build around Will Levis. What are they going to do with the horrible offensive line? What are they going to do at running back? They also have some key pieces on the defensive side that they need to address. I think they have the most work to do in the offseason, but the way their season was, I mean, you can't give them an F when you were bounced out of the playoffs and you just had a horrible year. With Jacksonville, I have to give them a C. A C because they were still, at one point first place in the AFC South, and they had an opportunity. They had 5 opportunities to take it home. Unfortunately, they did it. That's why they get dropped down to a C. And honestly, I am going to give Trevor Lawrence his flowers, man. Dude was playing on a bum ankle, on a bum shoulder. He was hurt, but still putting his body on the line. It didn't feel like Trevor Lawrence let the Jacksonville Jaguars down. It felt like the Jaguars let Trevor Lawrence down. This dude was stepping up and trying to make plays for you when he was, I mean, you could see that this guy was hurt, and there was a huge difference between a healthy Trevor Lawrence and a not healthy Trevor Lawrence. I give them a C, man, because towards the end, they were there. However, with the collapse of just having first place and losing it, that's why I give them the C.
All right. Well, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen, from the outside looking in. All right. Let's go with Derek this time. Go ahead and tell us, what grades would you give your counterparts?
All right. I'll start with the best team in the division here with the Houston Texans. I almost hate that I have to say the grade that I'm wanting to say, but I'm going to say it anyway, just because I'm being completely honest and I feel this way. I'm going to give it an A- for the Houston Texans. I'm giving them an A grade. I mean, what they were able to do this season, I mean, it's nothing short of just completely doing a 180 in their organization. I mean, yeah, they've had their ups and downs. They definitely still have a lot of issues that need to be filled out from a roster perspective, but no doubt that they got the right coach. They got the right quarterback, and that's really all you need to be competitive in this league. And they're already there, and they're both were in their first year. And then, even with some of the games they had at the end of the year where they were struggling, they were able to finish off 2 divisional opponents, one in my Colts and the other one in the Titans, to get to the playoffs, and then to not only beat the Browns for a revenge game, but absolutely trounce them. I mean, it takes a lot to get to the divisional round. It's not something that every team can do. So I'll definitely go an A- with that one. When it comes to the rest of these guys, the Tennessee Titans, yeah, I'm going to give a D, only because for the D is due to the fact that you beat the one team that required you to do it, to get the other guy, or give my chance to even do it. So, I mean, it's the only reason I give it a D, is just because the ending of the season was exactly what both Ruben and I were praying for.
You're welcome.
You made it very interesting. Yeah, I think for the Jaguars to end it, I give them probably a C at best. I mean, again, losing 5 of your last 6, regardless of if you had a healthy Trevor Lawrence or not, you still had all these situations where, you even had UCF over here the other day who was saying, like, there's just no reason the Jaguars should lose to the Titans, even if Trevor Lawrence is not 100%, but yet you still did. And it's just one of those, it was a very bad collapse by the Jacksonville Jaguars. And I mean, I would have given them a C+, even if they had lost the division, but just due to the fact of how huge of a lead you had at the back end of the season and lost it the way that you did, it's not very good.
Boy, oh boy, oh boy. There you have it, from the outside looking in. Very interesting. Let's go over to Michael Bishop. Go ahead and give your counterparts their grades.
Well, I'm going to go opposite with my way, and I'm going to start at the bottom and work my way up. So, starting with the Jaguars, it's a team that did the best impression of the Tennessee Titans in 2022. So, it was a rough go. Trevor Lawrence was basically carrying this team on his back, and unfortunately, it was all he could do without having any other kind of help besides him trying to get them to the playoffs. It's unfortunate because you felt like it was their division win, and it just didn't work out that way. So I'll give them a C- at that point. I would go a solid C if they were able to win some of the games that they lost. But, it's a team that's going to bounce back, and I think a healthy Trevor Lawrence is basically going to put that into perspective going forward. Moving on to the Indianapolis Colts, and, this was a team that I looked at that had an opportunity to potentially be one of those surprise teams, but I wasn't really going to make too much of a big deal out of it. And surprise, surprise, they actually went out and he did very well against some very good teams. So for Indy, I've got to give him a B+. I didn't expect a lot from him. I mean, you really kind of felt that even with Anthony Richardson not playing, Gardner Minshew went out and balled out and showed that, he might be worth keeping around, maybe as a backup at this point, or if any team's looking for a serviceable quarterback, might be an option going forward there. And of course, I got to finish off with the darling of the show right now. And it is what it is. Ruben, no one was expecting you to do what you did. And it was nothing short of impressive. And everything's looking up good for Houston. You've got the coach, you've got the offensive coordinator, you've got the quarterback, you've got a very young defense that's probably going to do a lot of good things. And hey, doesn't hurt to have some money in your pocket for the salary cap for next year. So I'm going to go ahead and give Ruben an A+, because let's be honest, no one saw the Houston Texans getting to where they were going to. And this team just was, without a doubt, the most impressive comeback team this year. And don't be surprised if CJ Stroud is a candidate for MVP. Sure. And of course, Coach Ryans is very much up for the Coach of the Year award too. So don't be surprised if you see one of those guys nab it.
Look at Ruben with the Apple upgrades.
Dude, I don't know how that shit happens. I promise you I don't.
I mean, you updated your phone and your computer or whatever, so you got all the upgrades. You do different hand signals. It's going to do all the good stuff for you. It got to be single screen. Let me give you an example. 2 thumbs up. Separate it. It's not working out.
There he goes.
Thumbs down. Oh, gloomy. It's all kind. There's a whole bunch of different ones.
That gloomy thing needs to be me this entire video.
So I know
this is middle school for me all over again. I'm just getting D's and F's. And yet somehow I'm getting out of the building with a degree.
Oh, man.
Like a 50 or 60-year-old figuring out how technology works for the first time. Something happens, is like, whoa, hey.
Oh, man. But listen, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to take a quick break to let you know that this stream is being powered by BetUS. Receive a 125% bonus. The link is in the description of the video. The Super Bowl is literally a few days away. The odds are set. I want you all to go ahead and take a look at all the odds on BetUS. Go down and look at all the crazy different things like Gatorade, coin toss, everything. As you can see, Super Bowl is up and 47.5. Do you think it's going to be over or under, Ruben?
Oh, I'm not sure what was the first score, but I'm going to go ahead and, what did I predict? I said 27-24. So I'm going to go ahead.
That would be 51.
What happened?
That would be 51.
Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and take the over. Thank you for the quick math. Shout out to Dalton, UCF.
Does everyone have the over?
I'm pretty sure I did, yeah.
All right. Consensus out here.
What about the Gatorade color?
Yeah. Let's go down to the Gatorade. It's somewhere down here.
Yeah, because since the logo didn't tell us who was in the Super Bowl, maybe the logo tells us the Gatorade color.
Oh, Gatorade. It's gotta be red, right?
It could be yellow for Kansas City.
I don't know. I'm gonna go red for it because both teams are red. I don't know.
Well, remember, it's the one where the winning coach gets splashed with, right? Is that how they determine it?
Yeah, both teams are red. So
it's interesting because
I'll go yellow.
I'll
go yellow for the Chiefs.
I'm gonna go yellow too. I think that's
a great color.
You know, the crazy part about it is, you know why you won't know? Because it may not even be a color. It just depends on which cooler they pick up. They'll have all the same color on each side, but I think that the water one could get picked up as well, because I saw odds on water as well. So it's interesting. Well, these
was
don't
that
have
purple one last year?
Look at that!
Man.
I got the highest. I got the lowest odds. All right, I'm about to cash in.
It's the most popular one, I guess. The yellow green.
The yellow is disgusting. Gatorade. I don't know about you guys.
That's the OG, bro. The one with the nipple on top, dude. That's fantastic.
Yeah, but they've upgraded licensing. Okay, we got Glacier Freeze. We got the fruit punch.
Cucumber.
Glacier Freeze
Hey.
is goated. Cool
Yeah.
Blue is goated
Yeah.
too.
It is.
It's
good.
it's only going colors. It's only going colors. Man, man, all of them got good odds to make some money, but man, that's a tough one right there.
I'm gonna go purple. I'm gonna go back to back.
Purple. Okay, I see you.
I wonder if someone has the inside scoop. I wonder if
There's
it's
got to
something
be a
that's
theory out there or
that's
something
really
for that,
hidden.
right?
I was about to say this has to be the easiest way for anybody who has any fix on these games. Like Taylor Swift, there's a prop on her, like over under 6.5 shows on the TV. Like if there's any way somebody can cheat the system, I mean, anybody that has is able to broadcast this stuff. I mean, it's crazy. There's like I counted on Bet US. I think there's like 18 different Taylor Swift props on there.
Wow.
Jeez.
Shout out
That's
to Bet US,
crazy.
man.
I know they
Yeah,
have
they got you covered,
everything, whatever you want, just about, man, you can get it. But ladies and gentlemen, make sure you also go check out Bet US on YouTube, the NFL Picks and Prediction Show. They have a huge show coming up this week. Make sure that you check it out. It is the prediction show. It is tomorrow, okay? Tomorrow at 3 p.m. Make sure you check out the prediction show. These guys have been doing it for a while. They do a good job. They tell you what are some good bets, what they think is going to happen. Make sure you go and check it out, all right? Again, supporting our sponsor is supporting the channel. Bet US, 24/7 customer service and 24-hour payouts, ladies and gentlemen. Take advantage of it. Now, before we get out of here, we have one more grades to be given by UCF Jaguar. Let's hear it. What do you grade your counterpart?
You know, I hate this entire video. And first of all, you guys are being way too nice to the Jaguars, man. We were 8-3. Then finished 1-5, got our quarterback hurt 18 different times, and people are now questioning if Trevor Lawrence is good, and we missed out on the playoffs completely, okay? There was a colossal failure all over the place, the most hollow winning season ever, but I digress. Okay, let's start this. We'll start with the Tennessee Titans. I mean, I would probably give them a D+, mainly because they went into the season not in a rebuild. They went out there and spent some money, and they finished off 6-11, double-digit loss season. You know, the coach is out of there. Now they're trying to kind of find themselves. And luckily they have some money to spend this offseason. And I don't know what their approach is going to be to this offseason. I don't know if it's going to be a full like rebuild where they take 2 years to come back and try to do this thing. I don't know if it's going to be like a retool where maybe they spend some money and, try to head toward 2025, or heck, maybe they spend a bunch of money and really try to go after it this season. But, they got a big decision to make. Is Will Levis the guy? I know internally that's going to be a huge decision that they have to make, because ideally, if they were to try to win in 2024, they're going to be in no position to be able to take a quarterback in 2025. So they had to make that decision this year. And there's plenty of quarterback prospects to take this year. I'm not sure how the 2025 class is looking, but they have some flexibility to be able to make moves where they are. So we'll see on that end. So yeah, I give them a D+ based on they weren't going toward a rebuild, but that's what happened. Next up with the Indianapolis Colts, I would give the Colts a B+. A lot of people weren't really expecting much from them this season, and they finished with a winning record. And this entire offseason they were really shaping the offense to fit Anthony Richardson, and then all of a sudden Anthony Richardson gets injured, and you go to Gardner Minshew, who's a completely different quarterback. And Gardner Minshew is probably one of the more confusing quarterbacks in the NFL, because when you look at him on the box score, you know what I mean? Like his stats, it's like, dude, this guy's touchdown to interception ratio is awesome. Great completion percentage and everything. But when you actually watch him, it's like, I feel like it leaves a lot to be desired. And I know people know me as a Gardner Minshew hater. I've done a complete 180. It's going to be really, really exciting to see the quarterback competition between Anthony Richardson and Gardner Minshew this upcoming season. I think it's going to be really, really insane. It's going to be a tight battle. So with them, they also have a lot of money to spend. I mean, AFC South, everybody except for the Jaguars have a lot of money to be able to spend. So, we'll see kind of what they go after and where they feel that the needs are. I do think that they should have probably gotten rid of Gus Bradley. I just feel like the defense is kind of getting outdated, and we live in an NFL where your NFL's changing. It's a dynamic league, and it's kind of stuck in the Seattle Seahawks days where that defense doesn't work as well, I guess, in today's era. So yeah, B+ for them. And I got to give the Houston Texans an A- because I docked them a little bit because of the way they went out. The game against the Ravens, not being able to score an offensive touchdown, just kind of ending the game the way they did was pretty disappointing. But hey, you look at them, they found their franchise quarterback. And look, I know I've done a lot of, shit talk this offseason, and then at the end of the day, look, the excuses or not, I'm not going to sit here and make excuses. CJ Stroud finishes the best quarterback in the AFC South. Now I'm really excited for next year because, there's going to be a lot of fun quarterback battles. And I really want to see the Trevor Lawrence versus CJ Stroud showdown, because that last matchup they had in Houston was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun. And right now, the quarterbacks are 1-1 against each other. So I'm really, really excited to see, that going forward. But, they had a really good draft class, bringing in guys like, Tank Dell and Will Anderson to be able to build kind of a solid base. I will say they've been rebuilding for a while. It's not like, a lot of people say like this was year one of the rebuild. They've been kind of quietly stacking players since, they got rid of Bill O'Brien, even though they didn't have much draft capital after that, because Bill O'Brien thought, they was trading for Pat Mahomes in the form of Laremy Tunsil, but, I digress. So, yeah, the Texans had a great year, and I give them an A-.
But there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. You've heard from all four guys. They have all graded each other's team from the outside looking in. I can't wait to see what we predict the grades will be going into next season. I know we'll do that before the season starts. But again, this stream is being powered by BetUS. Thank you so much for tuning in to the AFC South Roundtable. And again, ladies and gentlemen, until next time, y'all take care. We'll see you soon. Peace. We are out.